Alright. Let's see how this is doing. Do we have audio? Check 1. Yep, got audio. Missing a camera right now. Workbench, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you at? I don't know. I gotta fix the stream. Stream because it is Sunday, not Saturday. What's up, guys? How we doing? Trucker, what's up, my man? I'm just gonna update the title of my stream here if the internet decides to load it. What am I at right now? 21 KBs. Not too bad. It is Sunday night. Sunday. Well, that's Monday, right, Raw? Let's see. It's 5:20. And saving. That is saved. Minimize. Alright. Joe, Mike, David, Joseph, G. Sorensen. Just gonna call you G Unit. Make it easy on me. What is up, guys? Trucker, how's the Ender 3? Did you get that put together? Is it running yet? What's going on, man? I have not had a chance to look at your channel in the past week. So if you uploaded a video, I apologize for that. I should have been paying attention. That's straight? Yeah, I guess so. What up, Derek? Tonight's snack, cookies. That's what I should do. I should get on Thingiverse here. I need to publish some stuff. Titan of E6, yep. I'm debating on swapping out the U10. It's got that, I mean, honestly, the cold end on that printer, like the heatsink, is tiny. It's less than an inch. I mean, it's really small. But it's actually printing rather great now that I've got all the issues figured out. I don't know if I talked about that in the last stream, but the U10 had a bunch of issues, and I've finally corrected all of them, I think. I did print another mod someone made for the, whatever they got, the Z stabilizers with this. And this one has a bearing in it. And this, right now, the T8 lead screw in here just rattles around and it's god awful loud. But this, the rattle's gone, and cameras are not there. Oh, what's going on here? Sorry, guys. Streamlabs crashed on me. Okay, we should be back. Sorry. Yeah, Streamlabs crashed. Super weird. I wasn't even touching it. I was in Thingiverse. Yeah. I debated on leaving it uncaptured, but I'm going to try these out. I want to see how they work out. The lead screws seem to be pretty doggone straight on that. Uncaptured will ensure there is no banding, so if they are, we'll see. But I want to try it out just to see what it's like. I have them uncaptured on like the G-Tech because they're not perfectly straight, and I was able to get rid of some banding by leaving them open. But all the other printers, CR10S, CR10, actually the FT doesn't have it, but all the other printers I have, they're all captured and there's no banding in them, so it's only if you don't have straight rods will captured ones be detrimental to your printing. Oh man, I gotta tell you, it has been a crazy week. I wasn't on last night because yesterday we had a yard sale, tried to get rid of some stuff, so the shelves over here are much more bare. We sold a bunch of stuff, got rid of things, and then in the afternoon we were supposed to go see Infinity War again, but this morning my daughter had a birthday or class party. All her whole class came over here in my house. So I had to clean all day yesterday. Got late last night putting stuff away, cleaning out the deck, mowing the lawn, all that jazz. So I was not able to stream last night per my normal unscheduled schedule, I guess. I'm going to make this awesome flip clock I just found on, forget where I found that at. Thingiverse or Cults or one of those sites. But I found a wooden one a few weeks ago, and I thought it'd be really cool to actually print one. And then Googling it, I just found this model. So I think I'm going to give this one a shot. But numbers on the front, numbers on the back. Yeah, I just don't know what filament to put it in. Don't know at all. I might as well get another nylon print going for you guys, because that's what's on the FD5 up there. It's printing nylon. So I need to get another print queued up. I'm not going to print these in nylon. So remove all these. Okay. Now we're going to import. We're going to change the printer first. Stop. Oh, man. So while I'm doing this, anybody got any questions on anything? So am I out of focus? As focused as it can be, I guess. I don't know. It's the Logitech C920s. They're not fantastic, but they work, I think. I am debating on putting a Easy ABL on the U10 just because that bed is so freaking massive. It is huge. 400 by 400. It is just insane. So I'm debating it. We'll see what I end up doing with Tim once I finally move. Well, when I move in 3 weeks, I'm moving. So I have a bunch of videos to get done. If you guys can't see here, so my desk is covered with prints over here. Yep, all the different brands and types of filaments I'm testing right now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the table already, and then I've got another. No, yeah, that's the last 5 then. Yeah, no, 6. I've got Hips filament printing on the Anycubic i3 Mega, so I need to finish that up as well. Oh. How do you renew PEI adhesion? Mine has started not gripping. Joe, how long have you had the PEI on there? As you can see, my PEI up there, covered in glue stick because I'm printing nylon. So ABS and flexible, I would generally put glue stick on the PEI to help out because it still will warp. There it is. Also did a video last week about my awesome 3D printing tool that I love using. So I have a video on that one coming out later. Let's see, a couple of weeks. So when I print PLA on PEI, I print straight on the PEI. I don't use any glue or anything like that, unless it's like a print with like a lot of tiny pieces, like that only small bits touch the print bed. Then I'll use glue stick just to help out. But a general, like, I mean, that's a bad example. So I found this. This is a German. I think this is a German grenade. 3 parts, and they actually screw together. So if I was printing this on PEI, I would print it with just the PEI. Just slap it right on there and go off to the races. It really all depends on the material and the surface area that's going to be covered on the PEI. For Fun RC, what's up, buddy? Another thing, so a lot of people recommend with PEI is that you sand it. Use 400 grit sandpaper, go in a circular motion around it, and that will increase your adhesion again with it. I have never done that. I've had PEI for over a year and a half on 2 of my printers, 3 of my printers. Never had to do that. So Panzerfaust grenade. Yeah, it's the 50. I think it's a 50mm grenade is what it was on Thingiverse. I don't know. It popped up. It was cool looking. So I printed it in that PETG, and I printed it in the nylon. Except it's so slippery. I can't get the nose on. I mean, there was a little bit of support. It might just need cleaned out a little bit more. I'm thinking I didn't use support on the PETG, but I was worried with the nylon that it wasn't going to stick well. And I think there's a little bit left in here, but I can't see it because it's freaking like natural colored nylon. Yeah, there's a little piece in there still. I wonder if I can get it out here. But also, the nylon filament is so slippery. Man. Oh, there's a piece in there. There it is. Come on. Alright. Let's see if I can get this in. But yeah, nylon is such a slippery filament. It's just doggone hard. Hey, Brian. Yeah, it's a 50mm mortar round. It's so hard because it's such a small piece here to try to grip. And I don't have any like pliers. So I don't want to mess up the print. Oh man, I don't know if my shirt would work maybe. Nope, no, I just cannot. It's just too tight a tolerance. Man. But the PETG was easy enough to do, but man, this is just too doggone tough. See, sometimes prints don't work out all the time for me either. I need to, you know, make people realize I'm a normal person. Quit holding me at this, like, crazy good printer. I make mistakes all the time. Man, yeah, this is tight. Oh, so close. Look at that. So close. So close. Ouch. Sorry, that was my elbow hitting the microphone. Boom. Ouch. Man. Ugh. Almost there. Alright. So what to print in nylon? You guys tell me. What's something interesting you would like to see printed in nylon? I've done a bunch of basic tests here on the table. Done a vase. Did a labyrinth box. Did some interlinking hearts, which was kind of fun to print. The way they have to like sit on the print bed, but those are strong. Ugh. That's really strong. I like that. Did a carabiner. Did that one. I don't know what's to print in nylon. A drone box. Ooh, my tiny whoop. Oh, I could do that. I have a tiny whoop. Where is it at though? Hubason B7. Nope, that's the top. Let's try that again. That's the case. That's the top body. There it is. And we do 100% infill. That's why I like it. I didn't even think about doing this one. That looks pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you for the recommendation, because I honestly didn't think about it. I mean, I print all day, every day, and it's kind of hard to think of new things to print all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Oops, on body. Perfect. Let's get it going. For this, I'll put on a bunch of glue stick. It's one day this month I probably should clean off that build plate because I have not in quite a long time. And there's quite a lot of glue caked on that PEI sheet. But hey, stuff sticks, man. Still see it? Alright. Oh, what else? What program do I use to modify prints? I use Fusion 360 to modify prints. See, I personally don't like buying models unless it's something that I really, really want to print. I would buy a model. But other than that, I don't really see the reason to, because 9 times out of 10 you can find the model online for free. Except for like cosplay stuff, that's different. I would for that. Let me see. Let me look on. Let's see if I can think of verse here. Let's just search bearing and see what would come up. Well, this gear bearing. I've never had good luck with that one though. Sadly, I've done this one before. Element UU bearings. Hey, look at that. I can try one of those. Now, does nylon wear as much as PLA does? Because so a lot of people are printing PLA and or PETG. So for like the Hypercube, which it's right here beside me, you can't see it. A lot of people are printing PLA and PETG bushings. Would a nylon bushing last longer than a PLA or PETG bushing? Riddle me that. And I need to fix my frame here. Where are you at? There we go. That's fixed. No, yes. No, yes. Yes, no. There's a delay, so I forget what I asked the first one. Maybe I'll try to print some of these Element UUs and see how they slide. I'll try those. I don't like that. I don't like that one at all. Do 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 do. That's kind of cool. Nylon, way less wear. All right. So, Brian, Mesh Mixer versus Fusion 360. Mesh Mixer is really good at editing models if you need to add custom support, if you want to hollow something out, if you want to manipulate the current model you have. This is my opinion. I'm not a Mesh Mixer pro, so no one take it that way. But what I've used Mesh Mixer for, and what I've seen, like people like Angus do it, and I follow on his tutorials, that's for manipulating a model. Fusion is for altering a model. I'm going to call manipulating and altering two different things. Altering is you need to add a hole, remove a hole. You need to make a side bigger, make it smaller. The one of this that this guy made was too short. I would use Fusion 360 to extend it a little bit longer, to move the hole a little bit. I wouldn't do that in Mesh Mixer per se. I also don't know how to do that in Mesh Mixer, or if you can. So I would classify editing a model as manipulating and whatever the first thing I said, because now I can't remember. What did I say? I honestly, I could rewind this and I don't remember now. Yeah, but you get the idea. No, Tinkercad is for children. I hate Tinkercad. Period. I can do things 100 times faster in Fusion than I can in Tinkercad, because if I want to fillet something, I just hit the F key, highlight the thing, and put a fillet on it. In Tinkercad, you have to like put two blocks together and get this half-shaped pie and get that on there right, and then line it up, set it all the settings. No, Tinkercad is for children and children alone. OpenSCAD is cool for like bolts, nuts, actual mechanical things that you could change, or things that are in patterns. I like OpenSCAD for that. Other than that, I hate it as well. Like, it's cool to be like, oh, I want an M3 to be this long or this long, and you can just change it in there. It pops it out, you export it, and you print it, and you're done. I like OpenSCAD for that. Alright, the FT5 is almost done heating up. So, Mike, I would say if you finally do get installed and you're curious how to use it, well, for anybody, watch Angus's videos. Angus walks you through step by step on how to do things. Joseph Prusa just put out a video yesterday, day before. I just watched that one on how to use Mesh Mixer. He walks you through it. Great videos. If you're looking to get into it, those are a way to check it out. I mean, honestly, Fusion... Sorry, I'm eating while I'm talking here. Fusion's not a difficult program. I'm honestly telling you. I mean, if you're here looking at it, and my workbench is down there. Let's move that. Okay. Now you can see me. I mean, honestly, all you do is you draw a simple shape at first. You know, use the line tool, draw a line. It's super simple. And then once you're done with your sketch, I'll roll this back here. So here I have my sketch. And then I want to extrude it, make it so thick. And then I want to add a fillet to some of the parts. And then I do another extrusion for somewhere. I did something else. Oh, I moved something. Then I do another one to add the holes. And then I add a fillet to the parts I didn't add before, because I ended up changing up my dimensions. I mean, it's honestly one of the simplest programs out there. But you got to dedicate a little bit of time to actually working with it and working in it and building simple parts. So this is the U10 Z end stop mount that I created to replace. Let me do this. Let me do this. To replace this one, this little acrylic one that they came with. It sits like this. The Z end stop is here. Well, when the X end stop comes down, it hits right here. So all I did was extend this down 5 millimeters, drop the holes 5 millimeters down, and then extruded this down 5 millimeters. That was it. I gave it a 5 millimeter clearance, and now it ends up having like a 2.5 millimeter clearance roughly once it comes all the way down. But that was it. This took me, oh, maybe 10 minutes tops. That was just because I had to readjust what it was, like where I had everything. I drafted it up exactly this size and then just moved everything down. So it could have been 5 minutes if I would have did it straight up. You got time if you make time, trucker. One of the things that is pretty big to me as an IT guy and everything that I do, I try my best to never use the line, I don't have time. That's a personal thing for me. I will never tell someone I don't have time for that. I will make time. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week, that's a different story, but I will never tell somebody I don't have time. I will build time in to learn a program like this, because this is what makes me have, in my opinion, better content than some other people. I'm not going to produce a video of, oh, this printer is shit because X, Y, and Z, and it was crap and I didn't do anything about it. No, I'm a maker, I'm a tinker, this is what I do, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to tell you how I fixed it so that if you have that problem, you can do that. Off soapbox now. But yes, that is what I do. Now, trucker, you are on the road most of your life. Different story. I work 40 hours a week, sometimes 80. It depends, but a normal work week, I have time every night. I do YouTube, I guess, full time at night now is what we're saying. But yeah, everyone has time. You just have to make time. I don't like the soapbox a lot. I'm sorry about that, but it's a huge value for me. Anyone that works for me knows that. You never tell a customer you don't have time. Period. You will make time. Now, your priorities and their priorities might not match up, but again, you need to work to happy medium. And everything is like, yeah, I review printers. You guys know that. I get printers for free. GearBest, TiVo's now sending me stuff. Banggood has sent me stuff. I'm not going to do the video and be like, oh, yeah, it works great, and I'm done with it. No, I've modded every printer I have. I mean, look at my CR10s. Look at my CR10s here. They are nothing like stock anymore. They are completely changed out. My Ender 2 over there, I can't show it to you because I can't bring the camera around. Ender 2, totally different. The TiVo I haven't touched yet. TiVo's actually decent out of the box, not going to lie. Aside from the no spool holder thing, which I've said before, it's pretty fantastic out of the box. And then my Hypercube, which blows me away in quality. I mean, this Benchy off my Hypercube is just gorgeous. It came out great. I've never had such a clear bottom layer on the CT3D. But this is on Ultra Base as well. Ultra Base is muy bueno. I like it. Hey, Gunner, you made it earlier. Thanks. Stand up. Hello, hello. Yeah, so the TiVo I have is the 2018 model. I know the 2017 model has had a lot of issues, so I'm going to have to change up when I start talking about it, about that I have the 2018 TiVo Tornado. But it's also, I mean, look at the CR10 and stuff like that. The CR10 has changed quite a bit. And now they're ripping everything off everyone, but, you know, it's funny. And then, oh, wait, apparently they did a video, and they have this press conference out there about people ripping off their patented design. Please tell me, what of the i3 format did you patent? Because I would love to see that paperwork and how you ripped off the actual originator of the i3. Like, please tell me. I would love to see that, because all the CR10 is a giant i3 printer. That's all it is. Nothing on this printer's patent. Yeah, I think the largest Ultra Base is 300 by 300. The problem is, Trucker, there are mainstream right now 2 printers, 3 printers that are 400 or bigger. Creality S4, S5, the U10, and the G-Create G-Max 1.5 XT Plus. I guess there's the Raise 2, and the Raise N2 Plus is also huge. That's 24 by 24 inches, so that's more than that. The problem is there's only, like, I'd say less than 10 mainstream printers that use that, where you've got the FT5 and a plethora of other 300 by 300 printers right now. So if 400 becomes a new standard, then yes. But the also problem with 400s is the heated beds suck, unless you're going to spend the $100 on a silicone heat pad, which I currently am not going to spend that kind of money. Joe, are you in America? Because they have them on Amazon. Let me see if it's even in stock. Oh, excuse me. The UK. I gotcha. Does Amazon sell it? I have an Amazon.uk account, but I never really use it. Oh, I bet you AliExpress has it. AliExpress has everything. Yeah, they don't have Jack on here. AliExpress ships everywhere. Yes, they make it in the 300 by 300 size. Oh, I was just on the page. You guys are killing me here. 310 by 310, right here. $30. Wait, did I pick the right? No, I picked the wrong one. 310 by 310. Yes, here it is. Am I not signed in? I'm not signed in. Hang on a second. Yes, sign me into Amazon. Alright, let's see. So, here we go. Oh, come on. Refresh you. So it's the 200, yeah, the 300 by 300, 310 by 310. They have it on AliExpress. Let's see. Ship your orders to United Kingdom. Free shipping. Look at that. Free shipping, bucko. What was that weird noise? Weird email. Ding. Yeah, so Joe, you can order it off of AliExpress. Not a problem. For $50. Is that what it was? 50? Yep, $50. Can't beat that, I have to say. I just freaking signed in. Come on, Amazon. Come on. There's the link for you. But $10 more to buy it on AliExpress. I mean, they have it. I actually have the heated bed version on the Hypercube, which is working out great. Their heated bed, all that stuff. Are they cheaper on this one? They have 100 by 100? That's crazy. But let's see. This is the 3. Yeah, they want 48 here, 49 at the other one. Yeah, they're right around $50 on here. But man, I love it. Super awesome build surface. Oh, where are we at? Yeah, I was Joe, look on Ally. I was just on there. They got it. What I was back to so Cavino or Canvino, whatever they are. They have an actual one built for the CR10, which is not this one. Let's see if, because it actually has the holes already cut out in it. It's one of these. I was just looking at the other day too, but like the price of them is ridiculous. Yeah, $75 for a heated pad. Why can't we do this with 12 volt? I would love to do this with a 12 volt bed. Thank you, Brian. I'm here to help. That's why I like doing it. Yeah, 109 for the 401. So if I want to get on the U10, this is about what it would be. I don't know if those holes are in the same spacing though as the two of them. I'd probably have to email them to do a custom one. Yeah, 75 bucks is ridiculous. Look at this S5 one. Wow, 200 bones. Jeez almighty. See what they have for 400mm ones. I should email them and ask them if they can hook me up with one for that, because that would be pretty sick. I'll leave their page open to email them, which I probably never will. Who knows? I want a 12-volt version. What I want. Let's see if we can find 12-volt, 400mm silicon heated pad. Yeah, it's $200 for a heated bed? Come on now. Martin, hello, hello. Buy 2 or 4 small ones. Like the U10 has one heater on the bottom. It doesn't use more than one. If I could spell. It's a 24-volt one. This is another 2. Yeah, it's 200 some. 24 volt, $31. Come on. But it's not 24 volt, and I don't want to do a second power supply. I want 12 volt. I want it. I need it. It's a 300 one. There's a whole bunch of goofy ones. Good gravy. Yeah, but the problem is that you can't cut holes in these, right? Because if you cut a hole in it, you'd short it out. The holes have to be put in there by the manufacturer. So as cool as this would be, I'd probably just put a 300 one on it. Because I think 300 would fit between the holes. I'm going to go measure it real quick. I'll be right back. If I got one with cut corners, 300 would work. There's one that said it had cut corners, didn't it? I thought it did. Where'd it go? No, the U10 only has the one. It's one big old PCB heated bed. Okay. Yeah, it's without the controller. Well, I mean, you don't need the controller. You run it with a high quality SSD or SSR. I'm sorry, not SSR. Yeah, that's not what I want. Let's do this. Let's do 12 volt, 300 millimeter silicone heater, and then let's do cut corners. Got a couple 24 volts are quite common. None of them have cut corners though, because I don't think it'll. It's 300 screw to screw. So that's the problem. That would heat it up a lot faster than what it heats up right now. Try without the 300. I need to go so silicon first. What's this one right here? Visit. 24 volt. Damn it. Can't catch a break. I don't want 24 volts. I want 12 volts. Because I have one on the I guess I could do the same thing I have on the FT5, which is the stack using cork tiles. I could do that and go that route. By 30. What Trucker, what are the ohms supposed to be for the 12 volt bed again? I don't remember what it is. That 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Yeah, it is a matter of resistance. I just don't remember what it is. I'll get my. You tell me. I'll get my meter as soon as I find it. I bet you if it's a snake, it'd have bit me by now. Anybody else see it? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? I just my shit's everywhere. That's what's going on here. Seriously, where is it? I just keep it right here. I think I know where it is. I got it. It was over there with the printer. Alright, let's see where we at here. Oh, I'll have to look it up. Damn it. I don't want to do mains power on a heated pad. Personal preference. Don't want to do it. Tea candles. This little mood lighting with my 3D printing. How hilarious would that be to do a time lapse with just like candles underneath it to heat the bed? Yeah, I haven't had any problems running. I have a 12 volt, 280 watt pad on the FT5. I've had that for well over a year and a half now. Zero issues. That thing prints all day, every day. No issues whatsoever with it. Running on a very beefy MOSFET. It's kind of like this one. Where's that? I can't find it right now. But it's a beefy MOSFET, and it's got a huge heatsink on it. I've actually added active cooling to it, a fan on top, just to make sure it stays nice and cool. But it runs like a champ. Highly recommend that. Oh, Ben, shut your face with your SLA printer. All right, let me see this up. So, 24 volt. Should be 3 or 3.4 ohms if it's 24 volt, says the RepRap Wiki. By Joseph Prusa. I think it's legit, right? Should be. Where does he find that at? PCB heated bed. Is it just for that one, that type one, or is that for any one? Either way, it looks like it's higher than 24, than 12. So I'm gonna go try that out. Wait, what? Pulleys? Huh. Okay, let me go measure the resistance real quick on this. Be right back. Riddle me this. You're doing this while this is off, right? No power going to the bed. I think. Hey, Mike, thanks. Hey, Paul, what Mark III problems? Hmm. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So it's 2.5 on a regular bed. All right, I'm getting the best I got was 1, and it's wired. Oh, it's just a Canon plug thing on there. Okay, let me go try that again. So the best I can see is 1.2 on that bed. I disconnect it and everything. So something with layer height problems, getting a little flack. So there was a video on the issues with the MK3 that people want to talk about, and it got destroyed by people saying you need to learn how to print before you do a video like this. That dude, he was what? That was CTC or CFT, whatever. I forget that channel. That dude destroyed that video. That dude, yeah, that was the video that got destroyed. Yeah, this one right here, CRT. This guy got destroyed in the comments and on like everywhere else. I mean, there's only 3 videos. A lot of these people are other things on how they assembled them. I know that was a lot of problem. I know there was an issue with the extruder. Joel had an issue with one of his where the one he built was fine, the pre-built one had issues, and it was because of the Bowden tube in the right above the below the extruder. That was a problem with that one. But yeah, people were just commenting like crazy on this video. What was the last count? See if it'll show it now. He's got 153 comments on this. But yeah, people were just crazy in the comments on that video. I'm still planning on buying one though. I hope. I really hope to get one come the fall here or near the winter. I'd love to get one over the summer, depending on how much. How much I make from affiliate links, stuff like that, while I'm vacationing. It's gonna end up just being a Marlin fix, probably, because they update it all the time. He's always editing his Marlin. Sorry, I need another cookie. These cookies are just good. They're just super fluffy sugar cookies with some sugar on the top. Nom nom nom. It's really hard to see because it's natural colored nylon, but that tiny whoop frame's coming pretty good. Trucker, pretty much. Oh, I did print this on the U10. This is Angus's torture egg deal he did for Easter. It's not like super smooth, but it does move. It did take a little while to get it broken apart. The U10 doesn't have the best cooling. Probably need to put a new cooling setup on that one for a part cooling fan. But you can tell here on the, let's do this because you can see them all together. Overhangs right here are not as perfect as they should be, but the bottoms actually came out great. Super awesome bottom layers. So there was no no welding going on there because like my first layer wasn't smashed too much. It was mainly up top where my issues were and a little bit in the bottom here. But this on the U10, it can do it. It's not perfect, but I mean, hey, it can do it. I do have new firmware on there too, I should say that. Yeah, I mean it spins. It's a little tight. I probably need to tune if I take the extrusion down a little bit. But I mean, if you look at the walls, it's really hard to tell on this camera. I know. I'm sorry about that. I mean, but the walls are pretty smooth. Quit focusing on my damn head. You can't see it. It's stupid mic boom. Yeah, no, I was pleasantly happy that this printed. I have not tried on any other printers yet. Maybe I'll try it on the. You know, I got filament sent on it right now. Hips or PETG? Which one should I try it in? Or should I try it in both? So here it is. Although I think I scaled it up. Let's go to any cubic i3 mega. Did that. Switch you to hips. 20% infill. I'll do it on both. Why not? Let's live dangerously. Oh. I was doing a multi-part print. Uncheck that box. Oh, let me see. Oh, did it take my... Shoot. Damn it, I lost my startup script. Dang it. I will pull that from another printer. Which other printer do I have? Do it. I have the... Which one do I have print across? The 2020 i3 does it. I hate when I do that. I probably should make a document with all my startup and end scripts. Would probably be the smart thing to do, but I don't really do the smart thing half the time. Yep, that's the same script. Okay. So do the i3 Mega. Put that in there. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I didn't want to sneeze into the microphone because I would blow some headphone users' ears out. Alright, prepare to print this. ESP3D. Never heard of it, Gunner. Let's make sure we're looking okay here. I mean, it's tight. It is tight. Okay, so let's... Oh, no, we can't save that one. Hang on. Preheat that one. No. Cancel you. And make her use torture egg. Thank you for the bless you, Darren. Alright, so that one's good to go. CR10S. And get out of here. Edit. Update the profile. CR10S. Where is he at? PTG 20%. We're gonna up the cooling a smidge on this one. We're gonna go 75% cooling on this sucker. Center and arrange. Print. Yeah, ignore 3D. Oh, I don't need support. Whoops. Take that support off of there. Don't need no stinking support. Gunner, how much do those boards cost? Because that ends up usually being the crock of it. Okay, so now we can save this one to the CR10S. Well, I also have 14 printers with most of them have very similar, if not the same, startup scripts. But some of them do have differences just because of how they're laid out. So I really should just do like an Excel with that. But that just sounds like work, doesn't it? Who wants to work? Alright, PETG one is started. Let me go start the hips one real quick. I gotta swap filament on that printer too. $3 to $8? Whoa! I need to look at those. Now, can you do you can do Wi-Fi and web. Can you do camera with that? And how powerful is it for something like slicing, or is it like just for monitoring and just like sending stuff? That's the other question. You answer that one. I'll be right back. And don't stare at my butt. Shoot. come on. Okay. Too late. Haha, Ben, you're too funny. Let's see, how many circuits do I have? I think 5. Every outlet has its own circuit breaker. So, circa 5, maybe 6 different ones. I also have printers on the far side of the basement. So, yeah, a lot. Okay, it's basically dead simple interface, just monitors. You can upload file to SD, Octoprint, but you can slice via interface like Octo. Okay. Interesting, Gunner. That does sound very interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, I have nothing that pulls that much amperage. Yeah, because I have none of these pull that much. The most powerful one is the FT5 running the Turner 80-watt silicone heater. It's not just fine. I also have very high, not super high end, but pretty high end. So they're all running off of these 5,000 watt power converters because in this country it's 220 power. Some printers are running off 220 direct out of the wall. Some of them are running off the 110 from the power inverters. And then the surge suppressors that I'm using to link multiple ones are like $100 a pop. So they're pretty high end, good wire in them. So it runs pretty well. Let's see here. Images. Oh, it looks just like it, yeah. Yeah, very interesting. So an ESPD, there we go. Okay, where do you buy these things at? Let's do that. SparkFun has them. Happy Extruder, welcome. Oh, that's the Wi-Fi module. I'm not. What would you call it? ESP boards. ESP8826. ESP8826 module. Saying it's just a Wi-Fi module. I'm confused. What are you hooking this up to then? I thought it was supposed to be a Raspberry Pi replacement. $8266. I'm looking at 8266. Okay, so are there ways to hook it up to other boards other than a ramps board? Because I have ramps on one printer alone. And that is the 2020 i3 right behind me. Yeah, the Duet Wi-Fi can eat it. I'm not spending $100 and some on a freaking board. That's just ludicrous. Here's a bunch of crazy looking ones. Yeah, I guess I have to figure out how to hook it up to other boards. There's a relay one. This is a bit beyond me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really deal with stuff like this. So, I mean, these things are cool, and I mean, for most people, if you have one printer or maybe 3 printers, I can fully understand going this route. It's just not feasible whatsoever for someone like me. It really isn't. Sorry, it's getting hot down here. It really isn't. With 14 printers running most days, it is faster for me to, and they're all in this general area of my basement. Most of them are like from 6 feet to my left to 10 feet behind me. They're all right here on my workspace. So for me to just grab the SD card, throw it in, upload the file, put it in, hit print, and walk away, it's just easier that way. Yeah, like I said, it's a very cool thing. It is very cool, but kind of useless for me. And the time it would take me to work on that and figure it out, it just wouldn't really be too great. I bought a couple Raspberry Pi Zeros here. I bought a couple of them here. I haven't used any of them yet. And then I bought, then one of these is the USB board that goes with it, the 04U. I wanted to do a project with this, but I haven't gotten to that yet either. And the boards are there. I've got another one sitting here on the desk. This one was supposed to go to the CR10, but I haven't used this one yet. And it was supposed to. I also can't get my little Raspberry camera to work, and it also doesn't even fit in the case that came with this because it's got the little hole for it. And I was just gonna mount this on the thing just so I could kind of look at the printers. But even this has been such a pain in the behind, and it's just most of it, unless you do like Arduino programming and you're used to this kind of stuff, it's easy. Honestly, to me, it's a pain in the butt and not really worth the time it takes to try and set these up. Purely my opinion. What is that? Hang on a second. My kids left the little walkie-talkies online, so we were catching the nearby security force. Oops. Turn those off real quick. I don't have a single printer that doesn't have an SD card slot. I don't. So for me, SD is the way to go. It's proven. Using a USB is just stupid in my opinion. If you have one printer, fine, but Windows does too many crazy things to run tethered. There's no reason to. Throw it on SD card and get done. Or a USB slot if that's what your printer has. So forget what his name in the Slack channel. I think Kyle was working on Orange Pi stuff, and he finally just got it working. He told me he was going to give me the image once he figured it out, but I haven't talked to him in a while about it. And I'm not a Linux guy. We use all Windows at work. I use Windows at home, all Windows servers. We had one Linux class, and I went to IT school, so we had one semester of Linux, and that was it, because it's such a small portion of the market. Why waste your time on a ton of training for it? Yeah, I mean, I have. I'm reading through comments. I have Octoprint here on the FT5, but I don't use it ever really. I can't get the ports open because the internet here is super locked down, so I can't open any of the ports to do anything on it. I was able to finally get Octoprint Anywhere to work, so I can at least view it from work. But even that, what do I care if it's going or not? My wife or my kids or the nanny's down here, and the nanny loves looking at all my printers going, so she'll come and tell my wife, hey, Shane has something wrong with the printer. My wife comes down and turns it off. Done. Like, I don't see why. For me, again, it's just not practical to worry about that kind of stuff. God, I need to shave. I'm looking shaggy. I also did do my hair today because it's a weekend. Man. Yeah, I know one in my line of work. I know one guy that does Linux, and he's doing some back-end server stuff for us. He's developing a few like web-based tools using a Linux server. Great for him. Even if I did, I kind of don't have time for that. Really don't have time for that. Like, that is a project that you need to take tons of training in, and it's just nothing that I want to make time to learn how to do. Put it that way. Yeah, I mean, I use what's the app called? My thing out here. My tablet's dirty. I haven't. Yeah, Printoid. Yeah, so I use the Printoid app here on my tablet whenever I have the FT5 hooked up. But even if I do, I don't have it actually connected to the USB because I'm afraid if I lose power, it's going to cycle the board. So I have it just hooked up so that I can look at the camera and see what's going on. And sitting upstairs and then looking at my my tablet to see what's going on in the basement, I'm not that attached. Sorry, the wife would kill me. There's no reason for me to watch a movie with the wife. I need to look down here to check my print. I'll come down on a pee break or something, a drink break, and check it. Duet Wi-Fi is cool. Don't get me wrong. Super cool board. $160 on a board? It's just, I mean, is that $160 going to make my 3D printing life better? Most likely not, for me. And to each their own. No, it is something wrong looking shaggy because you gotta look somewhat presentable at work. Somewhat. And the wife doesn't like the beards either, so she lets me keep a little something because I look like I'm 12 if I shave. no matter how old I get. Every year goes by, I get more gray going, but the same stupid beard all the time. Kind of wish I could show you guys the CR10, what it's printing right now. So I'm printing a giant crown. Down on Thingiverse, I still have a bunch of the Armelin. I did the glitter filament review for them. I still have some of that filament left, so I threw it on to make a big old crown for the kids. They can use it with their play stuff. Anger ordered. I have an S base on the Triangle Labs D-Force Mini Delta printer. And that printer, honestly, I have put to the side until I move. I may end up just giving that to someone. I'm going to do a little video about me learning S-Base and how I made my way through it and things like that. And then I'm probably just going to give the printer away, I think, at that point. And that'll be this fall. To someone who actually knows deltas well. I don't want to give it to a new person. Like, you need to prove to me that you know how to use deltas and things like that. I want someone to take it and use it well. I don't want to give it to someone to learn on. Because it's not a fantastic machine. Someone who builds their own deltas needs to get that printer. But I need to do a couple more weeks, a couple more months of actually printing with it, more testing myself. Just this spring, I kind of got overloaded with my workload on everything else, so that's what that'll end up happening. Yeah, there's no way the duet's gonna come down in price, man. Like, I'll be super surprised. There's so many other options out there. Alright, so the hips print is starting now. Oh, that is solid. That's completely welded together. The PETG one. Let me fix that real quick. Yep, way too close to the board. I'll lower my Z height here a little bit. Nope, I need to scrape off that. Shoot, hang on. Deltas are cool. This Anycubic Delta, I keep pointing things you guys can't see. The Anycubic Delta right here, Oreo cookies. This, I like the printer. It took me a week and a half to get it actually printing and working, and I guarantee I have like 50 more gray hair because of it. But it actually prints pretty nice. I just did so I just did this lattice torture thing with it, and it is working rather nicely. Matches up well. Tolerances are good on it. I mean, it prints really well, I think, in my opinion. Really well. Now I can't figure this out. Where's the doggone notch at? There it is. Let's see here. Haha! I did it quickly. Sorry, I had to do that. But yeah, I mean, this was printed on the Delta with, I mean, great results. It's kind of, this film's really hard for me to show you like this, but I mean, it's super nice. I mean, the bed is good. Why do you take so long to get back up? Oh, it cooled down too much. That's why. Mount your Delta in the truck. That would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, it is such a learning curve, the Deltas. They just really are. Let me baby step this real quick. Hang on. Give that a second, see how that first layer does. Sorry. Oh, this printed support inside? That's funny. Yeah, honestly, if I could, I honestly would love to buy printers and fix them up and resell them, do stuff like that. That would be so much fun to do. Okay, much better clearances. That first layer was completely solid on the torture cube, as you can see. Little gap there, but yeah, it was way too close. I tend to get Pet G kind of stuck down there, so yeah. Alright, Havoc Shooter. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, I'm such a cheapskate too. I have the MKS Gen 1.4 here on the Hypercube. Prints, I mean, as good as any other printer that I have. You know, there's no issues with it at all. I need to. For some reason, the printer printed support inside because I did have support enabled on this print for some reason. It's like 2 of the labyrinths got support, and they showed up inside. So let's see how fast I can put it back together. Ready? And go. Done. Ah. Yeah, it's super quick now. Alright, where are we at? Now I use Build Tech. I'm using the glue stick on PEI. I mean, it's low. It's not low enough to cause elephant footing, but it's low enough to make sure that I get a nice, good, flat, really connected thing. Have you ever been to Murph events? I'm never in the U.S. when these happen, but, EARF, the East Coast Rep Rap Festival, is June, 23 and 24 that weekend? Let me double check the dates on that real quick. Is that weekend? It's next month. Yeah, June 23 and 24. I have like the 90% go-ahead from the wife to go. I'll definitely be able to go if we end up securing a second vehicle while we're home. Right now I have my rental car for work. I'm working on purchasing a second vehicle as soon as we get back. If I have that, she will have that van. I will have my work car. I can go myself and hopefully spend the night, hang out with everybody, do some dinners, things like that. I'm really hoping to go. So, but normally I am never in the U.S. when these things happen. That's why I really want to go to this one, because it's the first annual. There's going to be a lot of people there I want to talk to, and I mean, it's kind of what the thing to do, right? I really want to go and meet people. I really do. Because people, you guys, some of you guys might be there, which would be kind of cool to see. You know? 90% ain't going. No, no, so I pretty much, yes, can go. The 90%, the extra 10% is if she and the kids are going to come with me. If she and the kids come with me, then I'm only going to go for the day. We'll come down Saturday morning. We'll spend all day there. And I'll leave Saturday sometime late afternoon, early evening. If she doesn't come with me, my goal is to spend the night. So she can go back to Pittsburgh, go back home for the weekend. I can go down there, and then I'll meet her up again Sunday night back in DC, because that's where we're working out of right now. Yeah, if anybody is on the East Coast, or you feel like driving to Delaware, the East Coast Rep Rap Festival is June 23 and 24. They're setting up on the 22nd. There's a few people that have volunteered for that. But 23, 24 at, I think, a college or something, a convention center. I guess I can pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, the East Coast Rep Rap Festival 2018 is the first annual. Let me switch you to this. It's the APG Federal Credit Union Arena. That's where they're having it. It's Bel Air, Maryland. Sorry, not Delaware, Maryland. So if you're anywhere near the Bel Air area, which is in Maryland, you guys should come. I think it'll be awesome in Texas Day. Trucker, you need to do your routes so that you can get over there, buddy. Fire and brimstone in the summer. But yeah, I mean, they've got, look at all the companies coming. They've got E3D, M3D. Here's the flyer coming up here. Get rid of it. Hey, dude, I'm flying halfway around the world to get there, so I think you can drive there. Come on now. Be a man. Suck it up. We got E3D, M3D, Printed Solid, Build Tack, Enable, Budman Industries, Protopasta, UDIT, don't know who they are, MakerBot, Robo, IC3D, MDL, Mosaic, Capricorn, Marlin, Computer Source, Image 3D, PrintBot, Gecko Tech. I'm really hoping that Joseph is going to show up there. That would be pretty cool to have Prusa there and to chat with him. But yeah, it should be a fun event. I'm looking forward to it. I'll put this in the thing here. You guys can go there. There's a subscribe link for their newsletter and stuff like that. So the people running this actually is Lauren and her husband. So she is A Buzz Designs. She's actually the one that got the permission from the guys that run the Midwest Rep Rap Festival, so Murph. She got permission from them to start the ERF. So it's kind of a joining thing, but they're two different people running it. Now, Murph is pretty much, what's her name's usually run that one? I can't think of the company that usually does everything for that one. They're the big sponsors in that one. They are not in this one. Oh my god, why can't I think of the name of the company now? Maybe someone can correct me. I really can't think. Yeah, I'm in a country where I'm pretty sure I'm the only 3D printer here. So it would be really cool to be somewhere where there's other insane nerds like myself. Just saying. Would be kind of cool. Where's that at here? Close that, close that, close that. Yeah, I wonder. I might email somebody and see if they can get me a 12-volt one with cut corners. That would be pretty boss. That really would. CMC, that's it. CMC, they are the main sponsors of Murph. That's what it is. Sorry, that's who they are. Thank you. So they're the biggest ones behind Murph, and they asked them if they could do ERF, and they said yes. What's a worth? Murph will stay a big deal because it was the first. The Bay Area Maker Faire is the largest, in my opinion. That would be super cool to go see, but I am nowhere near California anytime ever. So that would probably be impossible ever to go there. but the one behind that would be Murph. Well, the reason why it's in Goshen, Indiana is because Siemens CNC created Murph. That's why it's there. And that's why they live 3 blocks away, because they created it. Why would you do a festival in a different state when you can do it down the street in the same city? That print's coming out alright. That crown's coming out pretty good. I don't know if I have enough film to finish it, but, you know, why not focus on me? Alright, ladies and gents. If any ladies even watch me, no one watches me. Got a couple of you nerds out there, and that's about it. I'm going to call it a day. It's getting kind of late here. I'm going to do a couple more prints, do some cleanup, and get to bed. School night, all that jazz. So, the usual, thanks guys for watching. Like the video if you guys like these kind of not impromptu, I try to do them weekly, but these kind of free flow live streams. I'd like to know if you guys like doing these. The more likes they get, the more I want to do them. There will be an absolute there won't be any of these this summer, because while I'm traveling, the last thing I'll be doing is hooking up the laptop with headphones and hanging out for an hour with no printers. That's just kind of useless. So this fall, starting in August, when I get there and get my internet set up, I will start doing these again. I will hopefully have printers there for me to be printing and doing more content. I'm still working all that out. So we'll see how that ends up going. Remember, if you guys want to donate to me, I'm putting it towards stuff for the channel, new lights, trying to get a Prusa Mark III. I think that'll be kind of cool, since they're not going to send anyone, obviously. I'd like to buy one and see if it's worth all the fuss. So thanks, guys, for watching, and hopefully next Saturday I will be back. So I'll talk to you guys then. Deuces!